or turn a byproduct
The fellows found them in the bottom of the gobstopper machine.
into the main attraction,
Nerds were a game changer.
or even combine crispy rice and fruity O's into
These are great. What do we call them? What do they look like? Pebble.
only on the History Channel.
Digicel TV, home of Rugby League. Dial *515# to subscribe.
The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TV1 News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Sir Julius Chan's body arrives home for burial. Oncologist highlights high cost of cancer treatment. And Unitech commemorates PLWD's needs. The body of the late Sir Julius Chan will have arrived in his home village late today for burial on Thursday. A convoy of vehicles with his casket departed caving early this morning as New Islanders lined the Bulumiski Highway to bid farewell to a household name in the province.
The motorcade left as early as 5 a.m. to make that long journey home one last time, but not without a few stops along the way, marked by singing, crying, and cultural rituals. New Islanders lined the highway to farewell the late governor, who spent most of his life serving the province as a member of parliament, and his name becoming synonymous with New Ireland. The motorcade, after leaving Kavieng, did a first stop at the Tikana Chamber at Losuk Village, a second 5-minute stop at Lemakot Village, the third at Lagman Council Chamber, the fourth at Central New Island LLG at Connors, where the transfer of the Chieftaincy from late Sir J to his son Baron took place, the fifth stop at Ramat, and a final stop at Namatanai Town, before hitting the highway for his final resting place at Houris. According to the program, late Sir Julius's casket will have arrived at his village at the time of running this report. The provincial government will also have officially handed over his body to the family. As per his will, he assigned 3 days to the national government, 3 days to the provincial government, and his burial on the 7th day. With all obligations fulfilled, he should be laid to rest tomorrow. Ruth Rungola, TV1 News.
An emotional event unfolded at Connors as the chiefs of the new island formally handed over the chieftaincy of Sir Julius Chan to his son Byron Chan. This poignant ceremony marked a significant moment in the community, symbolizing the continuity of the leadership and respect for the legacy left by late Sir Julius Chan. The transfer of the chieftaincy emphasizes both the mourning of a great leader and the hope for the future as Byron Chan steps into this important role, guided by the wisdom and values instilled in him by his father.
When they look at something, long come back one month in it. Assault tate. President of Central New Island. And me just say look away. One at a time. Warriors, speak long on line long speak. All been game long sajay. Na sajay iksim long 1969. They fight one time long anyway long self-government, independence, na long 26 February 2000. What was the year that sajay passed away? 18. We've been going back, Warriors, we have long mangi blosipis. You know something belong to now? Tate, people mangi Central New Island must bring him back too. That's a target long leadership. You go back long. Honorable, a former member of long, no matter I, and yet by decide where to go about it. And top long, Baron, target up, or bring him Papa Blue long and blow me blood mangi long lemau. Now me bring him back to you. Kapang blongen ya. Mi blabin peli papa longen. Now mi blagim long I blue long public. Tar blongen ya. Mi peli papa longen blongan tam na sinan long ya. Long 1969. Now mi blabin go back longan. Mamong blongen ya. All kata sa mi bring long I block people block sa long long use na mo pagini blongen. Kasi mamblok politician to inside long elected long. In front of public from Central New Island, we handing over everything that we have. If you now want them to go
Lead oncologist in PNG, Dr. Peter Olali, in highlighting the high cost of treating cancer, has made a plea to Papua New Guineans to look after their health, watch what they eat, and try to live a healthy lifestyle. He is warning the public to make better life choices to avoid high cost of medical fees.
Cancer treatment is very costly, according to lead oncologist from the Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Peter Olali. A study by the American Association for Cancer Research found that the cost of cancer care in the United States, which is estimated at $183 billion in 2015, is projected to exceed $245 billion by 2030. This means that an average Papua New Guinean will find it twice as difficult to get cancer treatment overseas.
Cancer, it can go up to 500,000. Some places are cut na to kami kat 20,000 na migo overseas. You got the money below screening you also. Come treatment site cost by 400,000. So it's very expensive.
Dr. Olali shared that the common cancers he sees daily in his office are mouth cancer, breast cancer, and cervical cancer.
One of something in the inside the body. So one of something in the inside, only emphasize low smoke, beer, boy, and all main ones. But now you can make a plenty of kind you buy store processed foods. Giving aside one is like cheese pork you buy stable China. Come straight the whole come long like and corrupt way you're working karangi putting kind of chemical gone and you go buy the So anything that you take in your body at one stage or another, giving aside one of something is happening inside of this like and can still cause cancer.
He advised more awareness on the expenses of cancer treatment and shared that prevention is better. Jasmine Erojak, Tvwan News.
Deputy Secretary of the NCDPHA, Kenwai, also shared similar sentiments, highlighting the increase in lifestyle diseases in the country.
So during this independence, our health sector wants to make sure the lifespan of Papua New Guineans by 2050 must reach 75. That means we do the right things. Do the right things. Cancer is killing, but we can easily protect it. No can kagai boy. If boy is food, fair enough. You eat it. But if it is not food, don't eat it. Eat what you are supposed to eat. Drink what you are supposed to drink.
Clutching a white slip of papers containing the amount he was expected to pay, Jamie Piaki patiently waited with his helper under a marquee set up at the PNG University of Technology in Lae. The first-year student from Enga province is finally able to register this year thanks to some changes made by Unitech to include students who are using wheelchairs.
Gemi Piaki traveled down to Ley from Enga province on Sunday, February 2nd to make sure that he gets himself registered to begin his first year at the PNG University of Technology. This is not his first time at the Taraka campus. Piaki had initially attempted to register at Unitech last year, but because the institution lacked inclusive facilities, he instead signed a memorandum of understanding that ensured his return this year to a more conducive environment.
Last year, I even come meeting in the school year, disability, monument, no school. Talking to go back now, all like straight monument upon the facilities, monument upon the zero class on the side and go back. Now in this year, painting blooming computer science, and was a main blooming picture blooming, how we come. We carry still the drone system now. As final cut blooming, monument, go now I'm like in no work, now I'm start 10 years now, I'm on blooming right now. Meeting in only pen, writing monument. We are blind now, we're going to exam, we're going good now.
Unitech's registrar, Veronica Thomas, said while Piaki was away, the university utilized that time to modify their facilities, and from their experience with him, they aim to improve and implement action plans to address gender equality, disability, and social inclusion.
We've got a unit all done up for him with special disability features in there to help him settle in, and he can bring, like, it's built in a way that he can bring two helpers to help him while he's here. We've also arranged for a wheelchair for him, and so we've got a team on that ground to help him, give him a bit of orientation. That's not a normal orientation like all our other students, just to help him see which track and road, footpaths that he will take. Some of these things that we are doing is also for wheelchair access. Now he's going to a department that's 2 floors, so we've spoken to the department, and so they're going to bring the classes where he will be involved in, just like the next lecture. They'll bring it down to the ground floor, so he'll be able to attend all these lectures with his colleagues. And then we'll work through the situation and see how, what other things we need to do. We're also working with partners outside to help us with this. How do we work with students like this with special needs, so that we give them best experience.
Kamala Gware, TV1 News, Ley.
Oak Teddy Mining Limited is investing in the next generation of geoscience professionals by providing hands-on industry experience to the university students. 6 geoscience students from the University of Papua New Guinea's School of Earth Sciences recently completed an intensive 8-week industrial training program with OTML's Operations Business Unit.
The University of Papua New Guinea's School of Earth Sciences recently completed an intensive 8-week industrial training program with OTML's Operations Business Unit. They worked across various technical departments, gaining real-world insights into exploration, mine planning, and geology.
That way we equipped the future leaders, the students, so when they come to the industry, it's not something new. They already know about it from your experience, from what you have shared, and from what's been taught at the university as well.
During their training, students rotated through key departments, including exploration, resource development, mine and production planning, drill and blast, geotechnical engineering, hydrogeology, and grade control. They participated in site visits, collected and analyzed data, and contributed to technical reports, gaining first-hand experience in real mining operations. OTML's commitment to developing skilled professionals goes beyond training. It's about ensuring graduates have both academic knowledge and practical expertise to excel in the field.
What we teach at the university is same as what's going on in the industry. Whether engineering, geology, environmental science, attitude, work ethics are also critical. We don't want students to come out with Asian beach, so the attic is completely out of space. It's placed in awareness of mass. It's not placed on attic. So attitude must complement the grades, the grades, the Asian beach.
The students also benefited from mentorship by OT-mill professionals, providing guidance and industry insights. Such training programs are essential for building a strong workforce that meets the demands of PNG's evolving mining industry. With programs like these, the company is ensuring that graduates are not only industry ready, but also key contributors to PNG's growing mining sector. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
We'll bring you more stories after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karuki up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
TV1 Online has replaced Loop PNG, and with one click on tv1.com.pg, you can stay connected to PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest sporting action. Don't miss out. Visit tv1.com.pg and bookmark to your home screen to stay in the know wherever you are in PNG. TV1 Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
The greatest game of all is back. Oh my goodness! The glory. He's gonna score! And passion. Wow! A season that changes everything.
I'm going to Ghana to meet Matilda for the first time.
Things might be a little too heavy for her.
I'm gonna meet my boyfriend, but I'm freaking out because I have my ex with me.
90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Tonight, 8:30 on TLC.
Welcome back. The Papua New Guinea Teachers Association is ready to conduct its election this year after a delay due to court proceedings that were taken against the national president, Aita Sanangepe. Now that the misappropriation allegations against Sanangepe are dismissed, the association is ready to conduct the election in May.
According to the national president, Aita Sangeke, the tentative date for the election is May. This is to allow teachers to take up their new post and settle in schools before the association visits the schools, collect names, and update their common roll that will form the basis of the election.
Last year, my acting general secretary and they prepared and then all the teacher names, but at the moment appointment all over and teachers are posted to another location now. So now might take 2 or 3 months to get all appointment lists. Then we have to do the addresses, because this is ballot paper is a posting. We have to post to you individually, so that you have to mark it and then post to voting, like American system. So then they will put in the envelope, they return. So
Sangeke apologized to the 16,000 members that the election did not proceed as scheduled last year due to his court proceedings. Now that he is cleared by the courts, he intends to carry out his responsibility and ensure that the election is carried out this year.
Election last year was delayed because of these proceedings. So now I appeal to the Electoral Commission. And on my right hand, the Acting General Secretary with your team. The election must proceed. And teachers now 2024-25, I want proper election must be conducted. And you need to elect your leader to serve you people.
The president further called on the members to prepare for the elections and have their candidates ready for May. Meanwhile, the PNGTA Acting General Secretary Alu Kingston said they will work closely with the president to carry out the election.
We see our president going in and out through the court case, and we follow him sometimes, and sometimes we don't follow him because we have work to do. But now that he is released, we are relieved. We will now concentrate on our work, and especially the election work, which we will continue in a few.
Police in NCD have reported a drop in the number of bag snatching cases and other illegal activities reported at some of the crime hotspots areas in the city, and have attributed this drop to the introduction of the City Wardens initiative. However, police also reported a challenge in addressing street vending around the city.
According to police records, there are few reports of bag snatching reported daily, as they are managed by the wardens at their respective areas of operations. Police officers who had been engaged to assist the wardens, plus other police units, had been very supportive of the wardens, as they have seen the crime rate at the main bus stops decreasing. Operation Commander Obed Jerry said the main challenge they are faced with is street vending at the bus stops. Obed said despite making awareness to the street vendors, they do not comply with the directions issued to them and continue to sell, resulting in few arrests made so far. He said having proper residency is another challenge they deal with daily. For instance, when police capture a vendor with proper residency, they can be able to trace down that person if caught doing the same thing a second time. But for those who do not have a proper residency, they escape when police arrive and come back to do the same thing the next day when there is no police presence. It makes the job of the police harder to relocate them. He said the wardens are working closely to monitor those regular vendors who disobey orders and will be dealt with accordingly. So far, the wardens around the city are doing a tremendous job, of which the NCD and Central Command are pleased with. Therefore, Obed urged the general public to support the wardens mitigate lawlessness in the city. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific is preparing for the year ahead to increase their sales, and they equip the sales and commercial team leaders and managers across PNG with sales and leadership tools. A commercial conference was held at Stanley Hotel yesterday to focus on leadership and sales for this year.
Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners PNG hosted an annual commercial conference 2025 focusing on equipping the sales and commercial team leaders and managers with tools to drive better leadership and sales for 2025 and beyond. Sales and Commercial Director CCEP PNG, Tim Solly, said that this is the third conference to be hosted, with the first two hosted in the preceding years respectively.
The big focus is around celebrating the year that was. So we're celebrating 2024. We're looking at what we learnt during the year, so what we did well and what we think we need to do better. And at the same time, we also then look at what our plans are for 2025. So we're spending a lot of time with our full commercial team, talking around what are we going to do, why are we going to do it, and what their role is in making sure we're successful as an organisation.
About 220 staff attended the conference and closed the conference off with a gala dinner to celebrate Coca-Cola's achievement and staff dedication in the country.
I want to thank people for the hard work and dedication they gave to us last year and their involvement in our success last year.
The conference had several stations to put the staff to the test with their knowledge and skills and allowed them the opportunity to ask questions to senior managers on what CCEP does what it does. Solly shared that this is a winning strategy and CCEP is confident to deliver on its targets this year. Jasmine Irajak, TV1 News.
Amos Doa, who is a trade marketing representative in Mount Hagen, has been with Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific PNG for 20 years. He was excited to have gained knowledge on a new model during the commercial conference and can't wait to go implement it in Mount Hagen.
We have learned something that the new model that we have been learned it is winning today and creating tomorrow. So now today in the third conference that I've learned a lot of things that we're going to implement that in the islands provinces. I love the company. Why? Because of I look after my welfare and my well-being with my families, and Coke is one of the best companies that I have ever worked with.
Fundraising efforts for the Sintibai Parish in Mount Hagen Archdiocese have been boosted with the donation of 50,000 kina by Megbro Finance Limited to help construct a new church. With work already started, the cost of building the church has been estimated at 4 million kina, with the church expected to have a holding capacity of 600 people. Megbro Finance Limited, as part of its social responsibility, lended a helping hand to the Sintibai Parish of Mount Hagen Archdiocese with a check presentation of 50,000 kina on the weekend. This worthy contribution will go towards building a new church building for the parish. Thomas Dumu, a managing director of Megbro Finance Limited, when presenting the check to the fundraising committee, said, "Helping the church goes a long way. It will impact the community and bring positive change to the country."
We need to have a very good church to attract all the young generation to get into church, attend church services. Upbringing of kids from the church up is I think it's very much helpful in a way. Then just letting the kids roam around the streets, do engage in a lot of things, and then all of a sudden we realize that people start to have a lot of attitude issues.
Alan Sumb, the fundraising chairman, while appreciating Dumu's contribution, expressed that it is such a massive project and most of the people are simple village people. Raising that much money is a big task, but they have taken this responsibility on board with faith.
For us to raise 4 million in a rural community, looking at people, majority of the people are villages, but we seem to coordinate really well.
Fundraising Secretary Anthony Gonald said selected people in Ley, Madang and Port Moresby have been actively involved in ongoing fundraising to raise enough money, as the church is expected to cost around 4 million kina. The parish has been doing fundraising a dozen times. He said with the money raised, they have already begun the construction. Gonald said they are now into buying and reselling Japanese used cars and writing to corporate entities for support, and Megbro Finance has responded positively.
And then now actually it's our ongoing fundraising at the moment. We are importing used cars from Japan, so we are slowly selling them off. It's actually taking 3 to 4 months for the cars to arrive here, so it's quite really slow a bit, but we still, from time to time, we are getting 1-2 cars, selling them, and then the profit we use to buy bricks and other materials needed for the project, and the principal we used to buy other cars. So that's still ongoing at the moment.
The CPL Group has expanded its footprint with the opening of a new city pharmacy at the Tvwan Plaza in North Waigani, Port Moresby. The expansion highlights the company's commitment to accessible healthcare, SME support, and community well-being.
The CPL Group continues to expand its reach, opening new city pharmacy outlet. The latest addition marks their 36th location, reinforcing their commitment to providing affordable healthcare, supporting local SMEs, and improving access to essential medicines. CPL's head of pharmacy, Pradeep Panda, officially opened the 36th city pharmacy at Tvwan Plaza in Port Moresby.
This is the city pharmacy in North Waigani, is the 36th pharmacy which we have opened. Simultaneously, we have opened the 35th pharmacy at Namatanai, so we have opened both the pharmacy together. When we talk of city pharmacy, it is just not about buying or selling healthcare products. When we talk of city pharmacy, it is to give our people a overall healthcare solutions, and then to support and be a true community pharmacy as well.
CPL operates 24 wellness clinics across PNG, serving over 270,000 people annually through public-private partnerships. The company also collaborates with local SMEs, helping them refine product quality, packaging, and marketing strategies. CPL is also a strong advocate for local SMEs, working with small businesses to stock PNG-made products, including skincare items, coconut oil, and feminine hygiene products. The company helps local entrepreneurs improve packaging, pricing, and marketing to increase their competitiveness. However, CPL has also faced challenges. The company lost 4 supermarkets during the recent unrest, impacting cash flow and inventory. Foreign exchange shortages have also delayed pharmaceutical imports, but despite these setbacks, expansion remains a priority. CPL is looking to open new pharmacies in Western Province, Kerma, and Kavieng. Board Director Mary Hendon emphasized the company's broader impact.
This is a community pharmacy. We're not only selling drugs, we're promoting SMEs, and we're also filling in the gaps where, health services is falling short. When you come in here, you feel that true Papua New Guinea, in this shop here. You go through the shelves and you will see a lot of brand of Papua New Guineans products that are there. And so we're supporting, PNG in a big way.
As CPL strengthens its reach, it continues to play a vital role in improving healthcare access and supporting local businesses across PNG. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
And now the finance news. The Kina closed lower at $0.2493 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2418, $0.3845 Australian dollars, $0.2258 euro, and 37.02 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, copra, and copper closed higher, while coffee, cocoa, and palm oil and crude oil closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher. You're watching TV1 News. We'll be back with stories making headlines in the region. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in Milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in Milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Digicel Business. We help grow your business with secure, reliable and cost-effective ICT solutions. We will manage your technology so you can power your vision for your business with the best solutions to offer. Accelerate your business growth with Digicel Business Cloud Solutions with cloud platform services, disaster recovery as a service, and backup as a service. Talk to our cloud solutions experts today. Digicel Business. Better solutions for better business.
Join Digicel and enjoy the network that rewards you with a whole lot more. Activate a new Digicel prepaid SIM and get 2 gigs data plus 20 minutes free Digicel to Digicel talk for 3 months. Get your first month's reward instantly with no spend required. Spend 30k or more for your rewards in months 2 and 3. So what are you waiting for? Get your new SIM at any Digicel outlet or agent today and enjoy free talk and free data only with Digicel.
Hey PNG, guess what?
What?
You can save up to 34% on Digicel TV plans when you pay with Cell Money.
Nice, yeah.
And now, just visit a Cell Money agent or Digicel store to deposit money into your Cell Money wallet. Then dial *888# to buy your prepaid TV plan from your Cell Money wallet or use the Cell Money app and boom, save up to 34%.
Yeah.
Now you can enjoy more entertainment for less, only with Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
My name is Uzo Chukum.
His father was the richest man in our village.
But nothing is working.
Thanks for staying with us. The Australian government has agreed to support Papua New Guinea's budget with a $570 million loan. The PNG correspondent Miriam Fa'ar reports.
Papua New Guinea requested the support to help address shortfalls in its 2024 national budget. It's the 5th consecutive loan Australia has given the Pacific nation, adding up to more than $3 billion since 2020, outstripping lending from China and making Australia Papua New Guinea's largest bilateral creditor. The Australian government says ensuring economic stability in PNG is in Australia's national interest. As part of the loan agreement, the Commonwealth Government has sought assurances that PNG won't pursue uneconomic infrastructure projects, with the country agreeing to implement a screening process to ensure that foreign and domestic investment is economically viable. PNG is also required to participate in an economic reform program with the IMF aimed at addressing fiscal deficit and critical shortages of foreign exchange. The latter of those targets isn't showing many signs of improvement, prompting analysts to question whether the budget support is achieving its goals.
Victoria's Premier has ordered another review into the state's bail laws as Parliament resumes for the first sitting week of the year. Just days out from by-elections in Werribee and Prahran, Jacinta Allen has conceded that more needs to be done to protect community safety.
A new parliamentary year and new lineups on both sides of the dispatch box.
Welcome back, members.
The new opposition leader taking the seat last warmed by John Pasuto and taking a similar line of attack.
What does the Premier have to say to many victims of crime and their families who have been bashed, murdered or terrorised?
As I outlined this morning, I understand from listening to people from across the Victorian community how crime hurts families, it hurts working people in particular.
Earlier, flanked by her new Attorney-General, the Premier announced a fresh law and order review.
The terms of reference is to review current laws. The writing instructions to the Attorney-General and the Police Minister are to go away, review the current laws, including bail,
Just last year, the government strengthened bail laws, promising to crack down on serious offenders.
Those new laws are working their way through the system. However, it is also important to respond to community concerns.
There were more than 500,000 offences committed in Victoria last year, up 13%, and 100,000 family violence incidents, a never-before-seen high.
The Allan Labor government, particularly Jacinta Allan at the moment, is panicking because she's got 2 by-elections coming up that she knows will be a judgment of how she has delivered on crime here in Victoria.
The scope of the Premier's new review is unclear. The ABC understands it will look beyond bail laws, taking in wider justice matters.
I am not going to stand here today and rule things in or out.
What is clear is that both sides of politics have their eyes firmly trained on the issues at play for this weekend's by-elections happening in Prahran and Werribee, and crime is front and centre.
Prosecutors have called for jail time for a former trainee teacher convicted of sexual offences against a teenage schoolboy. The call came as the women's lawyer asked the Australian Capital Territory Supreme Court to consider the ongoing online abuse she has faced since the case became public.
Petra Shasha was convicted last year of 4 charges, including grooming and persistent child sex abuse. She lavished gifts and money on the boy, gave him lifts, and at his request sent him pornographic images and footage of herself. That included images of the pair in a change room. The pair met when she was a trainee teacher at St Edmunds College when he was only 15. The boy had repeatedly told her he was 16, and she said she believed him, only learning his true age when she found his ID in her car. Her lawyers urged the court to factor in the boy's role in the situation in assessing her culpability. This was a victim who behaved in a manner beyond his years. But prosecutors said there were many indications he was younger, including his year level, and Shasha should be jailed for the offences. It was a very serious offence. It happened over a long period of time with some frequency. Petra Shasha sat with her head bowed for most of the hearing, often close to tears. Her lawyers asked for a non-custodial sentence. They also asked the court to take into account the high level of online abuse she's endured since being charged, reading out 2 messages received today while she was in court. Shasha will be sentenced later in the year.
The major parties pitched their election policies side by side, vying to convince parents and educators they have the best plan for children. Labor is promising air conditioning upgrades to keep schools cool, while the Liberals argue they have the vision to deliver the best outcomes for future generations.
After 7 sweltering weeks of summer holidays, school's almost back.
As a dad from Kwinana, I remembered all too well the first time I took my kids to school.
And the Premier had the dad jokes. As he promised Labor would spend $89 million to start installing modern air conditioners in public schools.
Kids will actually come home to their parents or their caregivers and say, cool, school is actually cool. And they've never done that before, so we're very much looking forward to rolling this out. Sorry, I had to do that.
45 schools would be upgraded with ducted reverse cycle air conditioning in the next term of government, but more than 500 schools need work to bring the temperature down in the classroom.
A lot of our older schools have the evaporative air conditioning system, which is not up to standard as our summers get hotter.
The Liberals accused Labor of ignoring major challenges in education and have released their own $210 million education strategy, which they say will break the cycle of disadvantage and improve long-term education outcomes.
To reach those ambitious targets, the Liberals have a 13-point plan, including play-based learning, extra help for disengaged students and a school lunch program trial.
It is about ensuring that our kids have the best start in life. It is about the engagement centres. It is about the school support program. It is about addressing truancy.
The Greens are promising extra public school funding, that they'll reduce class sizes, scrap school fees and introduce a $400 million free school lunch program.
This is TV1 News. Sports is next after these short messages. Stay with us.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right. Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today, and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
Oh, look, it's me, the one and only Trixie Mattel.
She's back. Fresh from the Trixie Motel, Trixie and David are getting all dolled up again.
I'm just glad I had an excuse to wear these cute boots.
For the reno of a lifetime of their very own Hollywood home.
If we can do the motel, I think we could do something cool here. We should make it our dream house.
The Dragalicious new series.
Let's go look inside. Woo!
Oh. Trixie Motel, Drag Me Home. Starts Saturday, 7:30 on TLC.
Can everybody say Mbula?
Following the 2024 Pacific Break competition, we're celebrating the best musicians from across the region.
We are in such a mood tonight
with a series of live performances from Fiji.
Y'all are amazing.
This week, experience the soulful island sounds of Oni. Pacific Break concert, Oni.
At Digicel PNG Foundation, we are proud to announce the launch of another round of the Community Grants, a significant initiative aimed at empowering local communities to solve their own problems.
From the time we launched this initiative in 2019, we have given 92 grants totaling 4.5 million kina to over 70 organizations around the country. These local organizations have connected communities to water sources for the first time, built waiting homes for pregnant mothers, literacy centers for communities, health clinics in remote areas, classroom for students, and safe houses for women at risk of violence.
At Digicel, we're not just connecting people, we're empowering communities.
Applications are now open.
Welcome back. The 2024-2025 Women's National Soccer League semi-finals, scheduled to be played today in Port Moresby, has been deferred to next week, Wednesday, following flight disruptions out of Bougainville. The disruptions deny the NGI Eastern Conference winner, the Central Bougainville FC, to travel to Port Moresby for the finals. While the PNG Football Association is working with Air Niugini to make alternate arrangement, the Northern Conference winner, Lay City Dwellers, will take the time out and get themselves ready for the first must-win game. The Lay City Dwellers team official Peter Gunemba said his side was set to travel to Port Moresby for their game, but with this deference, they will now have another few days to spend on their training and perfect their craft. Peter said the PNG couples player Raymond Gunemba has been taking the team in few training sessions. He believes the team will be up for the task come next Wednesday. The Dwellers are drawn against the winner of the Highlands Conference, Goroka FC. The Women's National Soccer League reigning champions, Hekari United, has also qualified for the finals and will be up to defend its title. Border Brothers held onto a narrow win over Miruki Nokondis to snatch the Tokano off-season rugby league competition over the weekend at the Sir Denny Leahy Oval, Goroka Eastern Highlands Province. The 14-8 victory gifted brothers 3,000 kina cash and a trophy to mark an end to a week-long off-season rugby league tournament. The Bother brothers and Muriku Nokondis fought their way into the big dance out of 18 teams that had participated in the tournament. The brothers and Nokondis proved they were the best teams in the A-grade division, making the grand final. The brothers got home with a 6-point win in the first grand final match and walked home with 3,000 kina and a trophy. The runners-up Nokondis received 2,000 kina. In the reserve grade, Gehakuve brothers defeated Muriku Nokondis and received a grand prize of 2,000 kina and a trophy. The Nokondi Premier and Reserve teams did well to reach the grand final in both divisions but couldn't nail it in the big dance. The highlight of the week-long rugby league tournament was the expose of young rugby league talents. The event brought onto the pitch some exciting young rugby league talents of Tokano-speaking population of Goroka district, where their talents were showcased. President of Tokano Off-Season Rugby League Aaron Johnson expressed gratitude for the 18 participating teams, the rugby league fans and followers for making the competition a success. He further thanked the president of Goroka Rugby League, Pius Koko, for allowing them to host the game at the Sir Denny Leahy Oval. Koko further extended his gratitude to the sponsor Apete Gahu Kopo for supporting the first Tokano off-season rugby league tournament. The principal sponsor of the tournament, Gahu Kopo, was impressed with the participation and progress of the tournament. Rex Lita. Following wide speculations about making a possible move to Super League in 2025, returning PNG Hunters whiz kid Morea Morea Jr.'s immediate focus is securing his spot back in the Hunters system ahead of the 2025 Host Plus Cup season opener on the first weekend of March. Morea is up against 2024 fullback custodian Sunny Wabo, who's also ready for the challenge, with the first trials coming up at the end of the week.
While Morea's potential move to the Super League is generating considerable buzz, his skills on the field have captured the attention of international clubs, especially following his performance in the Pacific Championships. While he's currently staying focused on his role with the PNG Hunters, the interest from Super League teams indicates his talent is recognized beyond local competitions.
Yeah, last year was tough. It was a pretty tough year for me. Was lucky enough at the back end, but yeah, definitely this year I'm really looking forward to competing for that #1 jersey. Again, Sunny obviously owned it last year, and we get on really well. People think that we compete in that jersey and we don't get along, but we do get along really well. And yeah, I'm trying to get that jersey back.
Despite overseas quota situation limiting immediate opportunities, it's wise for Morea to keep his options open. A potential loan to a championship team could pave way for a future move. It's understandable that his priority remains with the Hunters, especially with the competition for the fullback position heating up against Sunny Wabo. With the first Hunters trials coming up against Dubarris and Wigman end of this week, the competition for the #1 jumper is sure to bring out the best in both players, creating an exciting dynamic within the team. Fans will be looking forward to see how this situation unfolds and whether Morea can reclaim his spot whilst keeping his sights on potential international opportunities.
But yeah, there's been a Super League club approaching me after the Pacific Champ. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
He admitted there's nothing official yet, but keeping his options open after a Super League club approached him after the Pacific Championships. For now, it's a case of wait and see. Almost all Super League clubs are full on in their overseas quota for 2025, and Morea had been identified as a target only if either the club in question were able to clear an overseas quota spot or sign him and immediately loan him to a championship team for the upcoming season. But neither of those situations materialized, meaning that for now Morea will remain with the Hunters. But he still has interest on this side of the world, and a deal could be revisited in future. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Brisbane Broncos head coach Michael Maguire has named a 26-man squad for Saturday's first trial clash against the Burleigh Bears at UAA Park in Gold Coast. The starting lineup features 6 of the Broncos' top 30 players, with Jock Maiden to captain the side in the first hit out of the pre-season.
The Louisiana will make his long-awaited return in Broncos colours since a season-ending knee injury in late April. Tyson Smoothie, Ben Takura, Josiah Karapani, Jos Rogers and Jaden Hunt will also start at Burleigh. Burleigh Bear Matt Quellner will don both sides' colours, set to start with the Broncos before pulling on the Bears jersey in the second half. Extended train and trialists Sione Hopoate, Latrell Sigwald, Tristan Powell and Luke Gale make up the starting pack. Emerging young talents Kobe Black and Kemp Bukowski will come off the bench. The Broncos have gone through a period of upheaval in the off-season with a new coach and support staff and a star signing signalling a new approach in 2025. The Broncos will start the season without Ezra Mam after his off-season breach of the NRL Code of Conduct, but have gained the experience of Kangaroos and Origin representative Ben Hunt. Meanwhile, the Brisbane Broncos will kick off their 2025 Telstra NRL Premiership campaign against arch-rivals Sydney Roosters on the 6th of March at the Allianz Stadium in Sydney. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that wraps up the sports segment. Now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, mostly cloudy with chances of few rain showers. Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, lake cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm. Wewak, partly cloudy with chances of few showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, partly cloudy with possible few showers, drizzles. Kavieng, Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka, mostly fine, partly cloudy. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mandi, Tari and Wabeg, mostly cloudy periods with some rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with southwest to northerly winds of 10 to 20 knots, increasing to 25 to 33 knots over the western sector. Solomon Sea, seas moderate with northwest to northerly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Seas, seas light with northwest to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas light with northeast to northerly winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Islands, Kerema and Yule Island could point to Samarai Island, seas 1 to 2 meters rising to 3 meters along warning areas, and waters of Finsafen through Vitia Strait to Siasi Long Island to Madang, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Bye now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.